have in my hand the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and they're literally a big deal because they have the biggest displays ever on the iPhone, especially the iPhone 16 Pro Max at 6.9 inches. The regular Pro gets bigger too at 6.3 inches, and we're going to walk you through some of the key new features. So we're looking at the Desert Titanium model. It's also going to come in white, black, and natural like before. The one thing you'll notice right off the bat is that the iPhone 16 Pro Max is in fact bigger, and yet it's not too much bigger because you have the thinner bezels. In fact, Apple says it's the thinnest borders ever on an iPhone. So this is 6.9 inches, and this is 6.7 inches. But a lot of people might go towards the regular iPhone 16 Pro because of the camera upgrades. You now have the same 5x tetraprism lens on the regular iPhone 16 Pro that you had on the Pro Max before. And there's a new camera upgrade that applies to both models. On the right side of the phone is the camera control, which is a haptic button that's built right into the design. So if I press this once, I go right into the camera, and if I press it again, I take a photo. If I press and hold, I start recording a video just like that. As you slide your finger along these camera control, you can zoom in and out and take photos this way. So if you do the double light press, which takes some getting used to, you can choose different modes. So from here you can go from the cameras, you have the zoom, the f-stop, cinematic mode, and exposure. So it's your choice in terms of like how you want to use this control, and you can customize it as well. In terms of the camera hardware, there's some upgrades that you need to know. One is the fact that you can do cinematic slow motion videos, and that's because the camera can capture up to 4K 120 frames per second. So it gives you a lot more control over your videos than you had before, and it definitely looks more cinematic. On the back is a 48 megapixel ultra-wide camera, which is a first for the iPhone 16 Pro and the Pro Max. And what you can do with that is not only like better resolution in terms of your ultra-wide shots, but even better detail when you zoom in on macro shots. Obviously, we're going to do some face-offs versus other camera phones to see if it really comes out on top. What about gameplay? The iPhone 16 Pro and the Pro Max have an A18 Pro Chip, which Apple says offers better GPU performance, and they also redesigned the inside so you get better sustained performance when you're playing games. This really awesome sunset, the reflections in the water, and the idea is you get AAA title graphics in a phone. The question is, how long will this power last, and is the phone going to overheat when you're playing games? That's the part that we're going to test. Another big part of the iPhone 16 Pro and the Pro Max is Apple Intelligence, which is going to be coming to the devices starting in October, and new features are going to be rolling out over time. One of the ones you'll be able to do right out of the gate is the ability to summarize things like long notes or long messages. So if I just press the Apple Intelligence button over here, you'll see down here I can summarize, and then it'll instantly generate a summary. What did that take? Maybe like 2 or 3 seconds? So that's pretty impressive. It can also summarize threads if you're doing emails, and there's going to be an all-new Siri that's going to be launching later this year. So we'll have to see how good that is versus, let's say, ChatGPT and Google Gemini. Apple also says that the iPhone 16 Pro Max is going to have the longest battery life of any iPhone, but again, we're going to put that to the test. In terms of pricing, you're looking at $999 for the iPhone 16 Pro, which is good news because some people said that there was going to be a price hike, and there's not, and it's going to be $1199 for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So this is just our first look at the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max at the Apple event. Stay tuned for our full review. I'm Mark Spornauer for Tom's Guide, and let us know in the comments what you think. Do you feel like the iPhone 16 Pro and the Pro Max are upgrade worthy or not?